The clean first sound. Visit us online at www.999wefm.com or call 457-9994. WeFM 99.9, the clean first sound.
It is 12:15 here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and across the Eastern Caribbean. It's now time for WeFM's Midday Newscast, coming to you in association with Court St. Vincent Limited, and it will be presented by our senior news editor, Mr. Rajiv Providence. Stay tuned.
99.9, the heart and soul of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. WeFM is SVG.
Bringing you the news 24 hours a day, 7 days per week, with a fresh approach. www.999wefm.com. WeFM News, online, on demand.
Good afternoon and welcome to WeFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
This season, set the trend. Be seen wearing the best and latest styles in eyewear from Quartz Optical. World-class brands like Ralph Lauren, Michael Kors, Armani, Kate Spade, Vogue, and much more. New brands, new styles, starting at only $799 with special financing available. Plus, trade in and save up to 35% off all lenses. Yes, set the trend and save a massive 35% off all lenses when you trade in your old pair of glasses today. Book your free eye exam right now only at Quartz Optical. Value you can see. Conditions apply.
Back to WeFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I am your presenter, Rajiv Providence. First, on the local scene, 9 contestants will meet at Victoria Park on Saturday, October 7th as they vie for the 2023 Miss SVG crown. The contestants in this year's pageant are Letitia Barber, Miss Grenadine House, Denicia Boatswain, Miss Metro St. General Insurance Limited, Deanna Fairburn, Miss National Lotteries Authority, Arena Foy, Miss Massey Stores Limited, Trina Hooper, Miss Play 4, Nia Laborde, Miss Flo, Samisha Millington, Miss Correz Ace Hardware, Tara Richardson, Miss JCI St. Vincent, and Roisha Telemac, Miss In Transit Exports. Attendees at this year's pageant can expect to experience an even more entertaining production than last year's, as the Beauty Shows Committee says that they are doing their part in ensuring that the pageant is kept in line with the regional and international standards. Last year's pageant saw Jada Ross, Miss Lotto, crowned Miss SVG as she came out on top in the talent and interview categories at the Annesville Sporting Complex. This year's pageant will emanate from the Victoria Park on Saturday, October 7th at 8 p.m. The government of the Republic of India has expressed interest in having a branch of the Export-Import Bank of India here in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. This was disclosed by Prime Minister Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, who said this came up during discussions held with the Indian High Commissioner to SVG, Dr. Shankar Balachandran. We hear more from the Prime Minister.
The police have been provided with 30 what they call body cams. Which
they have an interest. They have expressed an interest. The government, as a result of the meeting I had with the High Commissioner, they expressed an interest in having a branch of the Export-Import Bank of India in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They want to do export credit to overseas financial institutions, regional development banks, sovereign governments, and other entities. So this is something which we also want to explore.
That was the Prime Minister, Dr. Ralph Gonsalves. 4 quick impact projects between SVG and India were handed over at a ceremony at the newly constructed Glenside Recreation Centre in Marrickwa on Monday. The government of the Republic of India has indicated their interest in facilitating an additional 5 quick impact projects valued at US $250,000. The introduction of body cams to the Royal St. Vincent and the Grenadines Police Force will help keep interactions with the police honest, says Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Information Technology, Camilo Gonsalves. Minister Gonsalves, while speaking in Parliament, said that the addition of these cameras will help in the event that there is debate between a civilian and police officer about what happened during their interaction. We hear more from Minister Gonzalez.
The police have been provided with 30 what they call body cams, which are cameras that you attach to your uniform that also film high definition video. The body cams help in the administration of justice. They help keep both the police and the people with whom the police interact honest about their interactions. Because very often there's a bit of debate between police and citizen about what exactly took place in an interaction between a police officer and a citizen. Well, the body cams will help with that.
That was the Minister of Finance, Economic Planning and Information Technology, Camilo Gonzalez. The 30 body cameras were donated to SVG by the Republic of China on Taiwan, along with 160 closed-circuit television CCTV cameras and a vehicle license plate identification system. On to news in the region. The government of Barbados is partnering with a non-profit to build 2 secondary schools on the island. Prime Minister of Barbados, Mia Mottley, disclosed the partnership with the organization XQ. She said that the organization had agreed to build the 2 schools as long as the government provided the land. The Prime Minister said the process of purchasing the necessary land had already begun. According to Loop News, XQ is a prominent organization backed by the Emerson Collective, the philanthropic arm of Laureen Powell Jobs, the widow of Steve Jobs. Emerson Collective's work focuses on education, immigration reform, the environment, and other social justice initiatives. Prime Minister Mottley also hinted that the Edison Teachers Training College will be collaborating with an Ivy League school to provide leadership and teacher training on a continuous basis. A school principal in Jamaica was recently the target of a gun attack. The incident took place off Red Hills Road in St. Andrew, Loop News reports. The principal of St. Richard's Infant and Preschool on Red Hills Road in the parish was not injured. However, the police believe she was the target of the attack, which happened after 6 a.m. on Sunrise Crescent on Thursday. Gunmen reportedly pulled up on a motorcycle next to the motor vehicle she was in and fired shots. However, no one was injured in the attack. The school, which is located on the same property as St. Richard's Primary School, reportedly suspended classes for the day. On the international scene, Russian President Vladimir Putin has suggested Wagner Group boss Yevgeny Prigozhin's plane was brought down by a grenade blast, not a missile. President Putin on Thursday said that the plane could have been blown up from the inside by the detonation of hand grenades inside the aircraft, saying that the head of Russia's investigative committee had reported that traces of explosives were discovered in the bodies of those who died in the crash in August. There was no external impact on the plane. This is already an established fact, Putin said, appearing to rubbish claims by United States officials who believe the plane was shot down. Putin did not give any more details about how a grenade or grenades could have been detonated on board the executive jet, but said he thought investigators were wrong not to have carried out alcohol and drug tests on the bodies of those who died in the crash. Finally, in sports, Coco Gauff, who is currently on a winning streak in the China Open and is set to face off against Iga Swiatek in the semifinals of the tournament. The 19-year-old, who won her first tennis major at the US Open in September, beat Maria Sakkari to set up the semifinal matchup. Gauff, ranked number 3 in the world, will face off against number 2 ranked Swiatek after the pole-defeated Caroline Garcia. Gauff's winning streak is the longest on the WTA Tour in 2023, and she has not been beaten since a Canadian Open quarterfinal loss to Jessica Pegula on August 11th. She has since secured her first WTA 1000 title in Cincinnati and a maiden Grand Slam in New York, winning 21 of 22 matches since a first-round exit at Wimbledon. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Rajiv Providence. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News is brought to you with the kind compliment of Court St. Vincent Limited.
We've got 101 reasons for you to shop at Quartz now. Get up to 35% off selected items store-wide. Save on select fridges, stoves, washers, smart TVs, and more. Get what you want today with no cash and make your first payment